In this demonstration, we'll take a look at how to enable remote access to a Juniper device by enabling Telnet. By default, only console access is allowed to the Juniper router, so you must enable remote access via protocols such as Telnet or SSH or even web-based management. To enable Telnet, the first thing that I want to do is go to my configuration mode by typing in the edit command. Now, once I type edit, I can enable Telnet by using the set system services command and then specify the service that I want to enable, in this case, which is Telnet. Once I've gone and enabled Telnet, then I can go and commit that change. Now that Telnet has been enabled, let me take a look at my configuration with the show command. Now you can see here, I'm looking at the system configuration for this device, so it's the New York R1 device. We can also see down below here in our user portion, there is a user named Glenn, which is assigned super user capabilities. So this is going to be the user account that I remotely access this device with. Now the other thing that I want to take a look at as well is the services. Trying to find it here. There it is there. So when I take a look inside the system section, you'll see the services portion, and we can see that I have enabled Telnet. Also, by default, the web management tools are enabled on this device. And in previous videos, I've enabled SSH as well. So SSH and Telnet and web management is enabled for this device. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go over to my second router, and I'm going to telnet into this router by its IP address of 12.0.0.1. So let me go connect to the other device. So I've connected to the other device. You can see now I'm on the Boston router, BOS-R2. And what I want to do is I want to telnet into my New York router. So I type in the telnet command and then the IP address of the device that I want to telnet into. So in this case, the New York router has the IP address of 12.0.0.1. So when I hit enter, it attempts to make the connection using the Telnet protocol. Since I have enabled that service on the New York router, you can see that the New York router is prompting me to log in. So I'm going to use my username of Glenn with my password. You'll notice that my prompt has changed, so I do have here the New York R1 router. So I've telnetted into that router from the Boston router. So at this point, I can go and configure the device or view the configuration of the device if I wanted to. Now, once you've gone and made changes to the device, then what you can do is you can exit out. So just as an example, I'll type in edit here. So you can see that I am in configuration mode for this device, right? I can exit out of that if I wanted to. And then also, so you make all your changes, and then at this point, once you've made your changes and you commit those changes, then you can exit out of the Telnet session. So when I type in exit here, you can see that it's closed the connection to the system, and I'm back on the Boston router. So I've exited out of the New York router, and I'm back on the Boston router. So in this demonstration, you saw how to enable Telnet on a Juniper device and how to telnet into that device using the Telnet command.